Avoidant attachment, understanding and navigating the challenges of intimacy. Avoidant attachment is a term coined by attachment theorists to describe individuals who experience significant challenges with intimacy, often feeling conflicted or overwhelmed when it comes to close relationships. This attachment style is not about lacking a desire for connection. Rather, it's a protective instinct developed early on, often due to complex relationships with caregivers. While this isn't our fault, it does become our responsibility if we want to build fulfilling relationships. For those of us with avoidant tendencies, intimacy is both enticing and intimidating. We might long for companionship, but feel stifled when closeness becomes reality. After moments of intimacy, we may crave solitude, and after connecting deeply, we might feel an intense pull to retreat. Planning solo weekends or needing physical space can feel like an instinctive response. When partners become too affectionate, we may unintentionally distance ourselves. And when a relationship grows stable and rewarding, we may find our thoughts drifting to others, as if commitment itself triggers a reflexive withdrawal. Psychologists tell us that these patterns are deeply rooted in early life experiences. When primary relationships with caregivers fall short or are inconsistent, we often develop self-protective beliefs about love, associating closeness with risk and solitude with safety. In response, we may build emotional walls, shielding ourselves from the vulnerability we fear comes with connection. While these defenses might have once served to protect us, they often create barriers in adult relationships. For avoidance, relationships can feel like a repeating cycle of hope and frustration. We may seem highly independent, capable, and successful in other areas of life, yet love remains elusive, perpetually complicated. It can be disheartening, both for us and for the people we care about. However, there's a valuable insight here: understanding our attachment style and making it a conscious part of our self-awareness. With insight, we gain the power to communicate openly and honestly with our partners. This transparency, though not a cure, becomes a pathway for growth and understanding. In relationships, the value of open communication cannot be overstated. Every relationship brings unique challenges, but when we can own our avoidant tendencies with maturity, we offer our partners a chance to understand us more deeply. Rather than letting our behaviors play out subconsciously, we can approach conversations with honesty. We might say, "I sometimes struggle with the idea of spending entire weekends together, even though I care about you deeply. This is more about my own background than anything you've done." By openly acknowledging our feelings, we allow our partner to understand our experience, reducing misunderstandings. For those of us actively working on becoming more self-aware, the following dialogue can be helpful. "I care about you a lot, but I've noticed that when I get close to someone, I sometimes feel a need to create space. It's a pattern from my past, a way I learned to feel safe by keeping some distance. I'm working through this with my therapist, and I'm committed to improving. I appreciate your patience, and I want you to know that my feelings are real. I'm just still learning how to navigate closeness." This kind of openness doesn't erase the underlying avoidant tendencies, but it does make them more manageable. By building self-awareness, we gain the power to approach our relationships with compassion for both ourselves and our partners. Relationships in the real world are often complex, and attachment styles add another layer to this challenge. Still, by identifying ourselves as recovering avoidants, we embrace a journey of growth and healing, demonstrating our dedication to love despite the fears that may accompany it. Around 25% of people experience avoidant traits, feeling a sense of discomfort with too much closeness or physical affection. However, recognizing our tendencies gives us a crucial advantage. We can predict our reactions, communicate them, and take responsibility for their impact. Instead of hiding our struggles, we can offer a map of our emotional landscape, helping our partners to better understand us. When we say, "I find love both beautiful and frightening," we transform a potential barrier into a bridge. This self-awareness can reduce misunderstandings and foster patience and empathy in our partners. By sharing our inner challenges, we invite understanding, allowing for a deeper and more resilient connection. Avoidant attachment doesn't mean choosing between love or loneliness. Instead, it offers a middle path, a journey toward healing and mutual understanding. By embracing this journey as recovering avoidance, we allow ourselves to experience love more fully, recognizing our complexities and choosing vulnerability. Each step forward brings us closer to the rewards of intimacy and the joys of authentic connection.